The breaking news overnight, late last night, we got a trade. Jrue Holiday is no longer a member of the Boston Celtics. The Celtics and Brad Stevens have sent the All-Star to Portland for Anfernee Simons, who is now a Celtic, and the Celtics also get 2 second-round picks in the deal. This means the Celtics have started. They have started
There goes Brad.
the breakdown of the roster. They have started the shedding of salaries, and Jrue Holiday is the first guy to go. The Celtics in this reduced their payroll by nearly $5 million. They reduced their tax penalties by more than $40 million.
That's the number.
That is what they end up doing with this deal. And now it changes the math on the apron and what they need to do. But your reaction to it, Tim McCone's ready to go on this. What do you got?
If you thought they were going to change their style of play, forget about it, man. If he's still here, if Anfernee Simons is still here, you are chucking. He shoots 9 threes a game, this guy.
Plays no defense.
So in terms of the style of play and think that they're going to dial things back, that is not going to happen. Not going to happen. It also tells me they're probably not moving on from Jaylen Brown, unfortunately. I think they're going to go for it. I think they're going to do what your plan is, which is be in the mix in the Eastern Conference, because this is going to give you some scoring. This is a guy that, hey, you know what? We need a bucket. Can you go get us a bucket? Yeah, this guy can do it. But I don't know where this actually gets you in terms of competing for an actual, in the Eastern Conference. Being a legitimate contender, I don't think that this ultimately is going to get you that much closer. So,
have you watched the finals?
Yes,
I think you could play with them. I really do. Now,
without Jason Tatum,
yeah. If you keep Jaylen Brown, did you hear B-Rob this morning on a scale of 1 to 10?
What did he say?
He was on with Hardy and Andrew Callahan. He said on a scale of 1 to 10, if Derek White or Jaylen Brown were to get traded, what's the number on a scale of 1 to 10? He said 5. 5. I would have said 1 or 2. He said 5.
And I know B-Rob thinks Porzingis is probably going to get moved.
So he thinks that's like a 50-50 that one of those guys gets moved?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a 5 would say to me.
Yeah. That was shocking to me. Absolutely shocking to me. He may move Jaylen Brown.
He said Porzingis getting moved was a 9.
Okay. Yeah,
so that's
I'd agree with that. I mean, everyone looked at this.
And the other guys were a 4 or a 5.
We all looked at this and said, Holiday and Porzingis got to go. They're going to move on from these guys. I mean, we've been saying that for a year. We haven't been saying that for a month. We've been saying that for a year, that this was probably the last part of the window for this team with those two players. This is not news. Even when he signed the extension, we all said, yeah, that was the right thing to do. They could still move him. It's not a problem.
Oh, yeah.
And he was good enough that they could move him. I'm not convinced, by the way, that Portland keeps him. So, if you care. I'm not sure that he remains.
They already moved him once, right? They had him a couple off seasons ago and sent him to you.
Yeah,
so
they're
But
not
that's the type of guy you move. That's the first guy. That's the first domino I thought was going to fall.
He was
then Porzingis.
so important in that championship run, and he just was not the same player this year for you. And to your point, with the amount of money that he was making, and just it felt like he lost a step offensively as well. Not the same player. So, yeah, this was not a surprising move in terms of Jrue Holiday going out the door. No.
Simons, their top scorer, I believe, on the Trailblazers last year.
Yep.
Averaged about 20 points a night for that team. As you said, no defense, bombs away. If they keep him, that's one more guy they can
5 spread, baby.
add to the arsenal of shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what they are. That's what he is. So I look at the deal and I look at what it is the Celtics wanted to achieve first and foremost, which was moving on from the salary. I feel like this is a good deal for the Celtics. This is also an expiring contract.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So that helps.
Weird. Yeah.
Which makes him if they keep him, okay. Well, they got a young player who's 26 and can shoot and can score. If they don't, they acquired a really good tradable asset in this expiring deal, did they not?
No, they 100% did.
So no matter what happens here, they pick up the 2 second-rounders, which for this team they like. But I look at it and say, I think Brad won the deal. In Brad, we trust.
Brad Stevens is an assassin when it comes to these trades, by the way, because there are no leaks in terms of rumors or anything like that comes out, and all of a sudden
he hates the
trades
media.
just dropped.
Hates the media. Hates us.
He's so glad he's not on with us anymore.
He hates everybody in the media, so it's perfect for him.
But you get a guy 9 years younger than Holiday on an expiring contract. Like, that's odd, right?
Well, look,
no, it's a win. It's a win for the
No,
Celtics.
I'm saying it's a win for them, but
listen, I don't know what Portland's intentions are for the guy they just traded for. I don't know if they're going to flip him again. I don't know if they're going to keep him. I could understand if they wanted to keep him.
I think they look at it and they say, if we wind up keeping him, it's a veteran that's going to be good for our young guards,
Which
right?
he definitely is.
In terms of just being in the locker room. And if not, we now have a big salary that we can match if we want to move some of these younger pieces for a legitimate superstar. And that helps you with the flexibility because you need to match contracts.
B-Rob had written today, Simons should slot right in offensively when it comes to the current Celtics roster, should he be retained by the team going forward. But with the front office still looking to make further trades, it's still too early to fully see how Simons fits into the grand scheme of the roster. Should he be retained? Should they keep this player?
I have no clue.
I don't know, because I'll tell you
know.
what, I don't have any attachment to this guy or think that he's a must for them. If they can flip him in another deal that makes them better, well, then they'll do that too. This is going to be a fun offseason, isn't it?
Yes, for sure. I think if you wind up keeping him, I think you wind up seeing it's going to be Peyton Pritchard and Derek White starting, and this is kind of your scorer off the bench.
So this is your new Peyton Pritchard.
This is your new Peyton Pritchard, essentially.
But do you think this is really a guy they targeted, the fact that you got 2 picks with it too? Or is it just
I mean, the 2
Holiday?
picks are nice or whatever, but no, I think it's saving $40 million and actually getting a guy that can come back. And again, with Tatum out, you're limited in terms of guys that you can say, hey, we really need a bucket here. And this is one that you can point to and say, here's the ball. Can you go get us a score?
Yeah.
Off and running.
Saving $40 million.
But no, I mean, like this is a good thing for Stevens. Like, Stevens isn't going to sit there and just say, you know what, we're gonna pass on next year. The fact he made this move, the fact you get the picks, and now the fact people are talking about trading Jaylen Brown, it's crazy. I would not deal him. I would keep Jaylen Brown, keep him as the one, and see what the hell happens with this kid. I don't know much about him though. But
the Celtics like the second round picks right now because the salaries for second round picks do not jump up in year 2. And so they can sign second round picks to lower monetary deals that fit better when they are a team that is pushing or over aprons. So there are penalties now on this. And so for them, picking at 35 or 40 is much better than picking at 27. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does, totally.
Yeah, that's where they want to be. They want to be there because they can add players and they can add them cheaply and not be, again, paying a ridiculous tax on a guy who might be a developmental type of player. They'd rather be taking guys at 30, 40, 45 as opposed to a guy at 26, 27, 28, somewhere in there.
Pritchard was it too, right?
He was a late first round.
Late
pick.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But is there a big gap in talent between the last pick in the first round and the third or fourth pick
No,
in
not
the
at all.
second
It's the
round? Not at
contract.
all. It's all about the contracts at that point. So that's why I said that those second round picks are important to this team. They want those. Teams that are in their position want to utilize second round picks now. That's part of the new sort of league. But I'll tell you what, the Celtics, as you think, McCone, are going for it. I don't know that we know that from this deal. If they keep them, yes, they are. But I think it's too soon to say. They could flip the player, they can move the player, and you could be thinking something else tomorrow.
Totally true. Totally fair. If you wind up shipping him off, for sure. And I don't think you can close the door necessarily on the Jaylen Brown stuff yet because we just saw the way that Brad Stevens operates, and we're not going to hear leaks come out about Jaylen Brown getting shipped out. It's going to be a shams bomb, and all of a sudden Jaylen Brown is out the door. That's how this is going to operate. And so until we're post-draft, I'm not closing the door on that.
He's fired up.
He is fired up. He's ready to go. He has a great comp for who Anfernee Simons is.
About 15% of the audience is going to know it. Yeah, that's all right.
Oh,
You think more?
Oh, much more.
Okay, good.
Much more. I mean, if you're
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I right away was like, oh, okay.
Who is it?
You'll have to wait and see. He said this player is a player on steroids. Not actual steroids. You know what he means.
Yes.
Right?
Steroids aren't bad.
Figuratively speaking,
So.
it's a former Celtic great and legend. He's a great guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, yeah. We'll get to that coming up. More on this and more on what Jrue Holiday, who's now, I guess, maybe a member of the Portland Trailblazers. He's been there before. He's never put the uniform on. What he was saying at the end of the year, because it does close the Jrue Holiday chapter in Celtics history, and he was a good player here, and I think we all liked him quite a bit.